Hi, my name is Maggie Owens, and I am here to tell you a little bit about myself and how I joined Empower Network and what it's done for me. And just to let you know a little bit about me, I lost my job on January 9th of this year, 2012, and was instantly put into panic mode. I had been with that job for 28 years, and that's pretty much all I knew. Before that job, I had another job for 10 years, and so really those two jobs are the only ones I've had in my entire adult career. And looking for a job today is quite different than it was 28 years ago. Both of the jobs I had, I went for an interview, spoke with somebody, and got hired that day. And it's not like that anymore. Today, you fill out all these applications online and you go apply for those jobs with hundreds of other people. And it is scary. A little bit more is that my brother and I take care of our elderly father who became ill a couple of years ago, starting off with a stroke and then had some other medical issues that came along. And the three of us live together now, and my brother and I are his primary caregivers. We do have somebody come in and help us with that now, just to free us up a little bit so that we can do the things that we need to do for our life. And, that's okay. He's still here in our home, and that's where we want him. But it's become a little bit too much for us to handle, so we've had some help come in. And living here with my father and my brother is a totally another different story for a different time. And how I came to work with Empower Network is that I decided that I didn't want to go back out and find a job that I would need to leave the house for. I wanted to be able to work from home, earn a living from home, earn a good living from home, because, my daughter, who graduated college in June, was still in college at the time I became unemployed. And, as any of you out there know, that have children in college or just graduating from college, they still do need our help. And I needed that income to come in. So I would spend some time on the computer, on Facebook, and see some different things come along once in a while about working from home and making this enormous amount of money from home. And I go, okay, this would work for me. But let me tell you, all those get rich quick schemes out there don't work. I spent a lot of my retirement money on them, and bottom line is you don't get rich overnight. There's things you need to know, technical things you need to know, and I didn't have knowledge of any of that. At the company I worked for, the program was put into the computer for me. I learned the program. I knew what I needed to do, did it, and did it well. And but this is a little bit different. I got myself a blog and started out on a couple of other uh, platforms or arenas on the internet, and found that I did not have the knowledge that it takes to get your blog out there, to get the traffic. You know, there's search engine optimization, there's information you need to know on networking and trafficking and keyword usage, I guess. Anyway, I was having a really hard time with all of that, and by no means am I not capable of understanding it, but I wasn't getting it. And but I continued to try, and I tried new things, and they just didn't work. And then a friend of mine on Facebook one time sent me an email and suggested that maybe Empower Network could help me in my marketing that I was trying to do at the time in another area. And so I watched the video for a few minutes, and I decided it wasn't for me. I still had to know all this stuff. I didn't even watch the video the entire way through. So I just kept muddling along and getting frustrated, and just knowing that I was going to find something that worked, that was going to let me earn a living from the comfort of my home. And I don't know what made me do it, but I went back and watched the entire video this time of David Wood on Empower Network, and I was amazed. I love listening to him talk, for one. He's so energetic, he's funny, he's I just love listening to him. And he can go on, and on for a little bit, but that's okay. I didn't have a problem with that. Anyway, I really listened to it this time and decided, you know what, maybe Empower Network can help me. So I gave it a chance. I signed up. It was a mere $25 to sign up. And I signed up under Jen Harrell. And Jen, if you're watching this video, I'm very sorry if I pronounced your last name incorrectly. But I want you to know you have been an awesome inspiration to me. You have so much going on in your life, but you were always willing to encourage me, to help me, get on the phone with me, and walk me through whatever it is I needed walking through. You don't get that in a lot of programs. I got that from another friend of mine on Facebook that I had met through a previous business that I had joined. And the awesome friendships that I have made are just amazing. And I will never forget these people or lose contact with them, because they were there at the drop of a pin when I needed them. I remember having a really bad day one time and just wanting to give up on all of it. And another friend of mine sent me a message and said, you know what, I can call you in about 15, 20 minutes. Do you have time to talk? And this is somebody that was a friend of mine on Facebook that I had met through other things that I had been trying to do. And she spent her time with me to encourage me, to to help me with whatever it was that I needed help with at that time. And that is so amazing to me. The people that I have met along the way are unbelievable. Just totally awesome. And that just means so much to me. And these are real people. It's not a fakeness that you sometimes get. And it was authentic. And that meant a great, great deal to me. And anyway, I signed up with the Empower Network. And I blogged on a daily basis, pretty much daily basis, like it was suggested. And I could see that more and more people were reading, my blogs. And I thought, oh, wow, that's pretty cool, But I still don't think my mindset was in the right place. I took on a babysitting job at the beginning of the summer to help with income. And I, worked some pretty long hours. They were like 10, 11-hour days sometimes. And by the time I got home, I was tired. We'd have dinner. And that's pretty much all I wanted to do. So I didn't listen to the audios. I didn't listen to the webinars or any of the inner circle videos or audios that is suggested that you listen to. I always had an excuse. I was too tired. I can't listen to them while I'm babysitting. Whatever excuse I could come up with, and that was it. And believe me, I was able to come up with a lot of them. Then I saw people that were my friends coming in after me that were succeeding, and I would make up excuses for that too. I'm also a very spiritual person. I believe in God. I go to church on Sundays. I go to Bible study. And I truly believe that I hear or receive messages for whatever I need to be learning at that time. And I started praying because I'm just going, maybe God really does want me to go back out into the workforce and look for a job and leave the house and actually go to drive someplace and go to work. So I prayed about it. And I asked him, I says, please guide me. I don't know what I'm doing here. I need to know that this is where you want me to be. Although the entire time with Empower Network, I had a gut feeling that this was the place I needed to be. I didn't have the success that everybody else was having. And that was because I was getting in my own way. Empower Network makes it very easy for you. They take care of all the technical stuff for you. They guide you in the areas that you need to learn. That's what the audios are there for. That's what the webinars and the videos are there for. I was connected with an awesome, awesome group of people through my sponsor, that these people are just amazing. There is like a ton of knowledge from the different people that have joined and the knowledge that they bring with them, I have learned so much. And there's some other things that I prayed about that I got answers about. Empower Network has allowed me to overcome some of these stupid little things and stories that I would tell myself in my head, like, oh, you can't do this. You just, you just don't know enough about any of this kind of stuff to ever be successful. And, my daughter would get upset with me. My brother would get upset with me. It's like, get those stories out of your head. That's what they are, is stories. And my daughter would go on to tell me what she learned about the stories that we tell ourselves in our head. And, it all made sense, but I just couldn't get it, didn't get it, didn't want to get it. I don't know, but I didn't get it. And this morning, it was weird. On the way to church, I felt like I got an answer to one of my prayers. Like, I decided that, okay, I'm going to really give this 100%. And, then we'll see. So I had decided this morning on the way to church that I was going to make a video. I remember David Wood talking about how that was something that he started to do. He made a video a day. And his first video sucked, and his second video sucked. But he goes, I kept doing it every single day. And he goes, and it got better. And he goes, if you've never blogged before, if you don't know how to blog, which I've always wanted, I always thought it would be cool to write. I wanted to be a writer, but never felt that I was any good at it. He goes, you don't have to know how to write. You don't have to know how to blog. He goes, just do it every day, and you'll get better at it. I thought, okay, I can do that. And so this morning I decided to, sorry about kind of being all over the place here, but this morning I decided to make a video blog today for the first time ever. So after church I was going to come home and make this video, and there you have it. Then there was a conference call that I listened to, and an assignment that in the group that I belong to that said to make a video and to tell your story, talk about how you got here, and Empower Network, why you chose Empower Network, and basically what your win has been in Empower Network. And I'm going, oh my God. This morning on the way to church in the car, it was like a breeze. It was like, okay, that's what I'm going to go home and do. I'm going to make this video, and it's going to all be okay. As soon as I saw the assignment in the group, I panicked, and I panicked big time. I started having hot flashes and sweating, and my heart was racing, and my mind was going a mile a minute telling me why I couldn't do it. And you've never done this before, and how do you possibly think that you can make a video and have it work, So my brother sat me down and kind of lectured me a little bit, and told me, get that stinking thinking out of your head. And so I decided, okay, fine. After dinner, I am going to sit down and I am going to make a video, and that's it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the suggestions that are given to me, and this is going to work for me. I know it is. I I can feel it in my gut that this is the place for me to be, that this is the place that I am going to succeed. And the things that I want to do with my life, I'm going to be able to do them all because of Empower Network. And because I am willing to take that leap of faith and do what I am told to do, what is suggested for me to do to be a success. And this morning when I went to church, the sermon was on faith. My daily devotional reading was on getting over that fear and having the courage to walk through it. You know, having courage doesn't mean that you're never going to have fear. It's just going to help you walk through it and get to that other side. And that's where I want to be. And that's where I'm going to be. I've got an amazing group of people that encourage me on a daily basis. David Wood and David Sharp are awesome. I have not ever met them in person, but just listening to them and hearing from people that have met them in person. I am so sorry, but my nose is itching. Sorry. You know, I'm going to the San Diego event in September 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, and I am so looking forward to it. And that has always been one of the scariest things for me to do, is to go out and meet new people, because what am I going to do if they don't like me? You know, these stories that I tell myself, like, you're not good enough to hang with that crowd, you're not smart enough to hang with those people, they have more on the ball than you do. You know, that is not, so far, entering my mind at all. I am really looking forward to going and meeting people. And I believe a lot of that has to do with a change in my mindset. You know, it's no longer about the money. I am going to succeed in this because I know I can. I'm going to do what's suggested to me to succeed. And I have seen tons of people do it. So, you know, this is just an exciting place to be. I get to be who I am. If it takes me a little bit longer to learn something than others, then so be it. If I have to listen to an audio or a video 25 times, so be it. If I have to rewrite a blog because, you know, it didn't... Actually, I've never really, when I've written one of my blogs, I've never really rewritten it. I may have changed a word here or changed a word there, or, but what I love about this program, about Empower Network, is that I get to be who I am, and that is perfectly okay. It's not about being as smart as, or doing as good as, or it's all about helping each other and helping other people out there, giving them some encouragement and maybe some inspiration. You know, I'm sure there's plenty of other people out there that have the same insecurities that I do, that need a little bit of help working through those. And if I can encourage one person, then I think I've succeeded. You know, to be an encouragement is I think, one of the greatest gifts that you can have. And everything else is just a blessing that comes along with it. I get to work on areas of my life with Empower Network that are going to change my entire life, my outlook, the just everything. And I can't think of anything more exciting and more fun than that. So, yeah, the money's nice. The money's going to be great because I'm going to be able to do so many things that I want to do with that. You know, continue to help my daughter so that she can go on to the master's program like she wants to maybe be able to have somebody come in and take care of my dad 24 hours a day versus just a few hours a day. You know, all those things that are going to be accessible because of Empower Network are just going to be great. So yeah, the money is a nice blessing that comes along with it. But to be able to go out and really help people become all that they can be, and to live the life that they have always imagined or dreamed of having. You know, I'm being helped to do that. I want to help other people do that. And I don't think there's any other better program out there than Empower Network. No way. They're stuck with me for life. And I'm having a good time doing it. I am having an awesome time doing it. So, you know what? Take those 28 or 30 minutes or whatever it is to watch that video at the top of the blog and listen to David Wood and really listen. I mean, the man knows what he's talking about. So I hope I've, given you a little bit of insight. Who you saw on this video is me. This is actually probably about the 7th or 8th time I did the video, because in the beginning I couldn't figure out how to make the audio part of it work. I figured out how to use the webcam and everything, but I couldn't figure out how to make the voice actually come out on the video. So I, did some research and did some looking here and did some looking there, and I get to learn. I get to learn on a daily basis. I get to learn something new every single day. And, God, how awesome is that? How awesome is that? So, I hope to meet you someday at an Empower event, maybe even in San Diego. Sign up, and I know you will love it as much as I do. Bye.